Hello, welcome everyone. This is Eric, KJ4YZI with HamRadioConcepts. Subscribe to the channel and follow along on some interesting videos promoting this hobby. Now I have something here that I've had tucked away in my closet that I actually forgot about. I did mention it in a previous video a while ago that I did find one from a friend of a friend of a friend because this is actually discontinued. There are some suppliers that are still selling it and have some in stock, but I want to check this out with you. I haven't even touched it yet. But I know about this unit. This is the MFJ-9200 multiband CW transceiver. And like I said, this is discontinued as of what MFJ says, but they still sell the modules for it, and I'll explain that in a second. Now, when I think of CW, and yes, for those who follow me and have watched my previous CW videos, yes, I totally fell off the bandwagon. I got to start all over. Maybe I can learn better this time or a different method because I'm rusty. I can send CQ, and this is my call sign, and that's it. I really lost what I was learning, but I'll get back into it. So when I think of CW, I want to be out on the beach or in a field or under a tree at a park with a wire in a tree with very simple means of communication to make contacts on CW at very low power. That's me. Some guys want to get out there with 1,500 watts and their full legal limit and a huge antenna, whatever. That's fine. That's what they want to do. Me, I feel CW, for me, I want to be on 1 watt, very low power, with the minimal possible antenna and setup. That's what I want to do. So that's why this caught my eye. And this is the MFJ-9200. It runs on pretty much nothing for power. In fact, it says 8 to 15 volts DC, 1.5 amps current drain on transmit. Now I can tell you, I know the receive current drain is 40 milliamp. This thing draws almost nothing when you're sitting there receiving. All right, so with a 12 volt lead acid battery that the average ham goes out portable with, you can run this thing for probably weeks. I mean, it's not drawing a lot at all. And multiband, now the idea behind this is it does 1 band at a time, and there's available optional band modules that go with it. So this I'll talk about first, and this is brand new. The plastic's still on here. I've never used it. It's never been fired up by me, so I hope it works. But you have your tuning knob, you have your volume, AF gain, your attenuator, your receive incremental tuning mode, and power on and off. Your BNC connector on top, power jack up here, standard DC barrel jack. So I'll show you in a second. I have the MFJ ham sticks, that I used on my 817, and I do use on my X5105 Zygu. So you can use a ham stick on here with a counterpoise wire. You can use a wire in a tree or an NFED. In fact, I want to try this with my MFJ NFED, that I did a video on once. I want to try it with again. But anyways, and on the bottom here you have your headphone jack and or speaker jack and your key and paddle. Uses an 1/8 inch for a key. And so there's no speaker built in, all right? And that's no problem because a lot of times guys are out there doing CW with headphones on, or they have a little tiny speaker. Nowadays, man, you can buy Bluetooth speakers and plug the little thing in here and have a wireless speaker, So I'll hook this up and we'll test it out in a second. But now, as I said, there's band modules available for it. So this is what happens. Let's say you want to change bands or you want to get this unit. Well, let's say we want to do 40 meters on it. So you take the little thumb screws out, right? 2 little thumb screws. You pop the cover off. This is what's inside this thing. All right. Now, your band module goes in these little pins right here. And I'll show you what the band module looks like right now. And as of this video, it looks like MFJ still does sell the band modules and the manual. You can download about it, as well as Gigaparts has some of these in stock, which I didn't know. I thought everybody is sold out of them. I'm not sure why MFJ discontinued them. I think it's a really cool idea. I'm not sure, what they did. I mean, honestly, some people don't want to buy a $600 transceiver to go out there and use it on CW at 5 watts. I mean, what's the point? This is something great, I think. So here's a band module. In fact, let me show you. When I got this from the person that gave it to me, a person of a person that I know, 15 meter module, 30 meter module, 17 meter module, 80 meter module and the 40 meter module, and I just noticed I don't have 20. No problem, I'll get a 20 meter module somewhere. But, so here's the 40 meter module. And what this does is basically a little circuit here that plugs into it, and away you go on 40. And the manual does say, and we're going to do this together because I haven't touched it yet, but the first time that you play with this, you're going to want to pop this unit in, and you have to tune it, with a non-metallic screwdriver one time with these two cans to get this, tuned about where you need it. After that, you can leave it. Now, I guess you're tuning it in the radio for the maximum receive. No special equipment needed. You just tune it till you hear the maximum receive on a station, and that's it. You're done with a non-metallic screwdriver. And if you were from back in the day, you would call that a diddle stick. Comment if you know what a diddle stick is. So, non-metallic screwdriver, and you just plug this thing in here like this. Right there, okay? And there's the tuning slugs there. Get zoom in there. So you're just going to tune those tuning slugs one at a time independently. Go a little bit on this one, a little bit on this one. Kind of like a roller inductor tuner. You tune in the antenna and the load, and you get it to where you have maximum receive. That's it. And then you're done. So all it takes is your ear and a non-metallic screwdriver. So now, right now, as it sits, that is a 40 meter CW transceiver. Then all you'd have to do is, well, that's 40. Let's see what a 15 looks like. It probably looks identical to the 40. So you just pop a different module in there, and away you go. I mean, it literally takes 3 minutes, and then you're done. Whoops, just ripped the packaging. Okay. You see it's marked on the bottom here with a little marker. It marks, it's marked with the appropriate band on there, 15 meters, right? And so now I want to do 15 very simply. Pull this out. Make sure you don't bend the pins like that. You take the 15. You pop it in, you're done. That's it. All right. So it's a simple low-cost design. It's easy enough. Tweak the cans one time, away you go on 15. So let's fire this thing up, plug the speaker in it so you can hear it, and I'll tune around. I got the MFJ cobweb outside, the 8-band cobweb. Just did a video on that. That's an impressive antenna. I'll plug into that. We'll see if we can find a signal. Now, I won't be able to bang out a contact real quick because, again, I'm rusty on CW. I got to start all over. But you will see this in the future. When I get to that point where I can operate CW, you will see me with this right here out in the field. But until I get perfect on it, I'm going to get Dwayne, K4LNN. You've seen him in a bunch of my videos doing CW. The guy's a master. I want him to sit behind his vehicle and on the river one day with me and just hook up to his antenna and fly around on QRP style. And by the way, this is a 5-watt transceiver. And I want to see him bang out a couple contacts on this thing, christen it for me, if you will. Before even adjusting it, I just put the module in. And I'm already picking up signals. Now what I've noticed, the speaker I have is some generic speaker, and it's got a mono plug on it. So I have to keep the plug halfway out in order to hear. I guess maybe I need a stereo plug. I don't know. I mean, I haven't even aligned it yet. It's already pulling in signals. All right. And then now, I can go into receive incremental tuning mode, and I could tune smaller step size. So that's VFO mode. And I can go into memory mode. And you'll see it's changing different memories up here. Memory 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, or 1. So there's 8 memories. My little Heathkit screwdriver, or stick, is non-metallic, but does not fit in the slugs. So I will do it with a metallic screwdriver for the sake of the video, but use something plastic. So find a signal. And you just start, see if I can move this. All right. So I just here for a peek. So that's pretty cool, man. That thing pulls in the signals. It's terrific. Makes me really want to get out there and start learning CW again. Then, as I said, here's some MFJ BNC ham sticks. That's the 40 meter. That's the 30 meter here. I haven't even opened the 15 meter yet. So 15 meter with a wire. You'd want to put the counterpoise wire maybe around this screw. Take the screw out. Get an appropriate piece of counterpoise wire. You could play with all that in my video exclusively of these ham sticks. You could check out that video with my 817 when I was using these making contacts. But put the screw there, and or actually probably on the back screw, because I'm guessing that one's for the transistor on the top. That's for the heatsink and the transistor. So loosen one of the screws on the case here, put your counterpoise wire for the MFJ ham stick, and away you go. So that's pretty cool. Touching on a little radio here that, or transceiver, that you can find used, I'm sure, a lot of places. I guarantee you'll find them at a Hamfest. Gigaparts does have them new still. MFJ does still sell the band modules, and I think it's something that if you find used or someone has one, you should definitely pick it up. And as I said, more videos on the way in the future when I get to. I mean, hell, the way these signals are just pouring in here on my cobweb that's only a few feet off the ground, I can't imagine getting an end fed up there or hooking this up, you know, with the cobweb out on the beach like I did at field day or something like that. I bet you I can crank out some serious contacts with this thing. 7-3, thanks for watching. More videos on the way. Check out the latest videos. Subscribe and turn on notifications so when a video like this is posted, you get to see it right away. 7-3 from KJ4YZI.